All right, today is January 6th, 2022. We are recording our lesson. This lesson is comparing and ordering decimals. So that is what we're going to be talking about here today. Comparing and ordering decimals. Bye, Nehemiah. Have a good evening. All right. I'm going to ask JC to share out her answers from the review slide quickly. Look here. We have, JC, look up here. We have 1 1/10, and we have 1 10 hundredths. What do you say? She says they're equal. Who agrees with JC? Hands all over town. Very nice. Thank you. The next one we have is 3 hundredths or 32 hundredths. Which one's bigger, JC? $3,200. hundredths. Who agrees with JC? Hands all over town. She's right again. And letter C, we have 5 and 91 hundredths or 5 and 1 hundredth. Agreeing with JC? All over town. And finally, 3 and 73 hundredths or 3 and 83 hundredths. JC, it's yours. Huh? She's got it. You had it right down. You just said it wrong, right? You agree with JC? Yes. Everybody give JC 3 big claps. Good job, JC. These are the answers to our review slide today. What we are going to be talking about today, just so that you know for the recording as well as for our class, our lesson today is a combination of 2 lessons because today's lesson, lesson 4, is comparing and ordering decimals. Tomorrow's lesson is comparing and ordering decimals and fractions together. I feel like we have a strong enough fraction foundation that we can just put those things together because you guys are doing an excellent job with fractions. And so I'm like, we're not going to waste 2 days on 2 different lessons. We're going to do them all in one day because we can. And we should. So, with that being said, let's put some decimals and fractions in order, shall we?
Yes, we shall!
Yes. This is going to be quick. Number talk. Ready? You guys always look at it before I hit it. You little...
Bye, guys.
What do you got, Tucker?
It's equal. Wait.
Bobby, what do you got?
100.
100. Bobby, I want it to say 55 hundredths because this is 50 and this is 5. And 50 plus 5 is 55. So I want to say 55 hundredths. What say you?
Well, I say 100 hundredths because what we do to the bottom.
Are you saying the teacher is wrong?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Well, you gotta put a 0 in the 0. Well, you have to do the top, and then you have to add them.
Which is the same as 1 whole. And so, those of you watching online, those of you here with me today, this right here, this piece where we add these zeros is a trick. It's a shortcut. The only reason you are permitted to use this trick, use this shortcut, is because you know this. Five times 10 is 50. 10 times 10 is 100. Whatever.
You do the bottom, you must do the top.
You know that because this fraction is code for the number.
You have.
No.
1.
The number 1. Anything times 1 is
Itself.
itself, which means that 5/10 and 50 hundredths are the same. And we know that. And so we don't have to write all of this every single time because that takes too long. So we take a shortcut. We take a shortcut just like Bobby did. He said, you're going to put a 0 here and a 0 here because whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So in one really quick moment, he's doing all of this work right here. This 5/10 times 10/10 equals 50 hundredths. He's doing all of that fast. You're allowed to do that if you understand. Since you understand, I will allow you and encourage you even to do that. Emma. 100. Who agrees with Emma? Hands all over town. That pen's being funny. Next. Gabe?
It is 110.
Who agrees with Gabe? Yeah. And finally, Cole? Good job keeping track of the 5 and the 1's place. Excellent. Everybody give yourselves 2 big claps. Good job. Here we go. What we need to do, we are really good at understanding fractions with decimals, especially when we have a place value chart, which you will always have because you're always going to have one for your air test and all that. You always have a place value chart. So we're really good at recognizing our fractions and our decimals together. One thing we're still getting better at, we need more practice at, is reading decimals without having the fraction equivalent with it. So what we're going to practice today is reading some decimals out loud. So this decimal is read as 1 and 8 hundredths, because if we were to make this into a place value chart, right? This is the hundredths, tenths, decimal point, 1's place, right? And there are 0 tenths. So we have 8 hundredths, 1 and 8 hundredths. It could also look like this, right? All right, we have 1 and 8 hundredths. If this is 1 and 8 hundredths, then this is simply going to be, everyone, 8 hundredths. The next one, now we've moved that 8 from the hundredths to the tenths. And so but we still have a 0 here. So when we have 2 digits there, we have to read it as hundredths. So here we have 80 hundredths. If we were to write it like this, we would say 8 tenths, because the 8 is in the tenths place. Here we have 9 tenths. Here we have 45 hundredths. And here we have 54 hundredths. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to talk to your shoulder partner. You two are together. You just stand up and run over here real quick. Don't bring anything. Just bring it over here. You can work with Tucker real quick. I want you to take turns reading these off to each other. And then when the 30 seconds is up, we're going to read them as a class. Ready? Go.
Okay, number 1. We're on the 5th.
One, everybody together. 1 and 25 hundredths. Good. Next. 95 hundredths. Next. 4 tenths. Next. 9 hundredths. Next. 12 and 5 hundredths. Next. 25 hundredths. Very good. If you need more practice with that, I encourage you to go back and watch myself on the video later. Whoopsie. All right, you need your number lines out of your cactus notebook. If you're at home and you don't have a number line, I encourage you to draw this real quick. If you're watching this video back, hit pause and draw your number line real quick. You need to draw this. My students here already have a printout of the notebook itself. And so they of the number line itself, so they are good to go. Remember, when we have a number line, when I write, you write. So if I write something, you write something, not the arrow, I'm erasing the arrow. Okie dokie. Order the numbers from least to greatest. Use the number line from your notebook if it is helpful. It's going to be very helpful. Before we can do that, what we should do is kind of check our number line and make sure that our number line is useful for this situation, correct? Talk to me about this number line. What is it? Dominic?
Tenths.
Why do you say tenths, Dominic?
Because the number line marks, tick marks, there's in the between of them, there's 10 spaces.
Okay, well, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, to the 1.
Why?
Because that's a half mark. Whole mark.
A whole mark. Everybody give Dominic 3 big claps. Very nicely explained, Dominic. Thank you. He's like, no, we're not going all the way to the end. We're going to the 1, and that's tenths. So we're going to just mark this as 10 tenths so that we know that's what that is. Now, look at the numbers that we have to choose from. Which one is going to be the easiest for us to place first? It's not necessary. It could be this one, but I don't necessarily want us to go like in order right here. I kind of want us to pick and choose which one's going to be the easiest. Annabelle?
The 4 tenths.
Because fractions is our happy place, right? Fractions is our home. And so when we look at a fraction, we're like, okay, I know what to do, right? Yes. I'm in agreement with you, Annabelle. I think that's right. 4 tenths. What line? What do you want me to do? Where do you want it?
The 4 tick mark.
I'm going to put it right here. 4 tenths. Label your number line with the 4 tenths where it goes, please. Put the 4 tenths on your, make a new number line. Use a new one. It's a new day, new number line. Yeah, front, back, yeah, whatever. All right. Who wants to place the next one? Now, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to wait for everyone to raise their hands. I don't want anyone sitting there thinking that they don't have to think. I want everyone to be thinking. I had a different way I was going to do this activity, but with the snow day, kind of messed with my plans a little bit. So we have to do it this way. Landon.
I can see that number.
Annabelle, help him with his number line real quick. Logan.
So put 50 hundreds on top of 5 tenths.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want this to go here, 50 hundredths. You want to go here, correct?
No, I mean on top of it.
Oh.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. It is not a bad idea because it's getting kind of crowded down there, isn't it, Gabe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to do the next one? You get to choose. Remington, what do you want?
9 tenths.
9 tenths. Which one is that?
The
Just
0.9.
0.9 is 9 tenths. Where do you want it?
Right before the 10 tenths.
Right before the 10 tenths. Because if this is 10 tenths, then this is
9 tenths.
9/10. As a decimal, we write 0.9. Good job. Dominic, which one do you want next?
8/10.
Do we have an 8/10? There's no, let me say it this way. There is no 8/10 up there. What is it? It's not 8/10. It's what, Cameron? Huh? 800ths? Izzy?
It would be 800ths.
800ths?
And we would put.
Hold on. Thinking clearly. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one you want to place? 800ths? Oh, is that what you wanted to do? Oh, okay, sorry. Dominic, where do you want it? Down here?
No. On the top of the number line where 10/10 is.
Right here?
Yes.
Listen, now let's say this out loud. This number is 800ths.
Right.
This number is 80/100ths. We have 800ths. So if we were to draw that, that's an eraser. Throw it over here. We would have to have 100. And we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This here is 800ths or 800ths. If we draw 8/10ths, we have
I know where it goes now.
I do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This here is 8/10ths or 8/10ths. Now that we have these diagrams here, Dominic, do you have an idea of what you want to do?
Yes. You put it right beside the 9/10.
Which one? This one here? This here? 800ths? This one? This here?
Yes.
Okay. Look here. This is 800ths. 100th is one of these little teeny pieces. This says 9/10ths. This is this much. Only 9 of them. This is 800ths. It's the little one. It's only 8. Look up here. It's only 8 out of 100. So is it going to be almost all the way to the whole? Who wants to help Dominic? Who wants to help him? Cameron?
You're gonna put it next to the first.
It's going to go right here. Because if we label this part of the number line as 1/10 and we change it to hundredths, since this is hundredths, because this is the same as this, 10/100ths and 800ths, the 800ths is going to come right before the 10/100ths. So we have this one. Now, where are we going to put this one here? 80/100ths. This is 800ths. Emma?
You're gonna put it on the 8.
Which is this one here. This is 8/10ths. But we know the trick we talked about earlier. We can add these zeros. That's 80/100ths. And so we can put the 80/100ths right here. That's what's tricky about this. That's why having a place value chart is so valuable. And if, when I'm talking, you're like, man, I just don't get it, you need to go back and watch this video again, so that with a place value chart, so that you can think about it clearly. Let's do another one. We're probably gonna run out of time here, which is fine. Let's do another one. Where's another one that you want to place? Annabelle?
7500.
Where do you want to put 75 hundredths?
Inputs. Between the 7 of the tick mark in the middle, in the exact middle.
Good job, Annabelle. That's correct. Good job. Make sure you're writing these things on your number line as we are. All right, I got some more to put on here. Who else wants to take a turn? I keep talking to the same people all day. Emma?
You can put it like after the word.
What?
After the 10, like a little bit.
Which one?
The word waiting.
1 800ths is gonna. So we have one and. So is it going to go all the way to the tick mark? Is it going to be halfway? Is it going to be a little bit more than half? Good. Right there, look about right. Does that look okay? 1 800ths. Good job. All right, we got 2 more. Trenton, what do you want?
4,500.
Okay. 4,500ths. What do you want?
It would be halfway in between the 50 hundredths and the 4 hundredths.
Very good. Good job. And lastly, 54 hundredths. Who wants to put it?
You put 54 or 54 hundredths like right over the 50, like the half mark.
Is it going to be halfway?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not 50, it's 54.
50 would be right here on this purple dot. Halfway would be 50.
4. Or 55.
55. Very good. So right about there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And am I going to get it perfectly where it's supposed to be? No, because I'm not a computer, right? We talk about that a lot. I'm not a computer. Very good. All right. So in your get another new number line. Get a new number line. You might have to flip your paper over. I'm going to have to draw mine real quick. All right. The best I got. Is that good? Is that fine?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 6/10. We're doing the same exact thing we did before. Bobby, what do you want first?
I want it with.
Which number do you want first?
I want 6.
That's my favorite. Which one do you want? How do you want, where do you want it?
On the 6 tick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here?
Yep.
6/10. I agree. Next one. I want to talk to new people. Annabelle, what do you want? 12 500ths. Where is that going to go?
On the last tick mark.
Is that going to be 12 holes and 500ths? Brentley? I want to talk about this 12 and 500ths.
We have to make a more.
Yeah. Bobby?
You need, well, you gotta go put it on one.
No. Here's one.
Well, you gotta put it on a stick.
Here's two. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Those of you online, I'm way over here. 7, 8. I gotta go outside. 12 and 500ths is outside somewhere. Way far over there. So we're gonna have to like draw an arrow or something like that and put 12 and 500ths like far over there. Because this is one hole from here to here. Oh. From here to here is one hole. And so I got 12 whole things right here. Look at that. We've never had anything like that before.
Wow.
So I'm going 1, 2. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You simply put it.
You can't get it on that paper.
No.
You got to go far over there. So there's your 12 and 500ths. I tried to get you a sneaky one there. Whoops.
Oh no, you got rid of your black.
All right. Yes.
For 9,500, you do the tick mark right before the 1.
90. The tick mark right before the 1.
For the,
This is 6/10. So 7/10, 8/10, 9/10
like in the middle of it.
in the middle of it. 9,500ths. Brintley wants right here. Good. Chloe?
I want to put 4 tenths on 4 tenths.
Good. Thank you for being confident and stepping up to do one when you knew you were confident. Good. Who else is confident? Cole?
6,500. Halfway between the 6 and 10. It goes halfway.
Very good. And then Chloe wants another one.
I want to put 9 tenths, 9 hundredths. Right before the 0.
So we have 900ths, but this down here is 9,500ths. So are they going to be close to each other, 9 and 95?
No.
If 95 is way up here, then 900ths is going to be all the way back here, right about this area. 2 more. 1 and 2,500ths and 2,500ths. Who wants to put one somewhere? Emma?
Up to 2,500. We'll go like, it will go like at the 2 tenths spot, but then halfway.
Good job. And finally, our last one. Jackson.
We'll put it between the second to last one and
Doesn't it go right here, actually?
the
Because this is 10 tenths, and then 1 and 10 tenths, 1 and 1/10, 1 and 2/10 would be right here. So this would be 1 and 25.
I got it. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, yeah, 1.25. All right, these are your number lines. Those of you watching online, you might want to take a screenshot so that you can put it on your paper.
I didn't
Here
know
is-
what the number was. I didn't know what the last number was.
Oh, it's okay. Here is what we talked about today. Today we compared decimal and put them in order by their size. We use And this is using a place value chart. And so there's a place value chart on the review slide. The review slide is at the beginning of this video if you need to go back, okay? We will be talking so now I expect you to be able to complete this. There's a lot of 5s and a lot of 0s and a lot of 1s on this paper. You can do it. This will be your next review slide, whether that's today or Monday or whenever we're back. This concludes our math lesson for comparing and ordering decimals and fractions. Good job today, everybody. Thank you very